Hello. So yesterday I uploaded a video on refurbishing my Volvo headlights, and in it I used this chrome spray to redo the reflectors. When I was researching this, I found quite a lot of negative reviews from people on chrome sprays, but one of the things I noticed is that the things that they were spraying were not smooth. One thing I've found is that the things that you spray have to be incredibly smooth, almost glass-like. So I wanted to do a separate review on this spray, and I'm going to try it on a fresh sheet of steel. I'm going to clean one area, I'm going to sand another area with 800, sand another area with 1500, and then I'm going to spray them, and I'm going to see what kind of finish you get. So should be useful. Okay, let's give this a clean. Just flip the cloth. One more. Just to make sure it's very, very clean. Don't want any contamination. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is mask off, and then I'm going to 800 grit sand that, 1500 grit there, same here and here. But what I'm going to do is this is going to be no primer, and this is going to be primer and then the chrome, just to see if there's any difference. Make sure it's well stuck down. Try and overhang this a little. There we go. Check if you can still see that. Yes, you can. Okay, on to the sanding. So this is 800. use a fresh piece for here, for where the primer is going to go. Okay, now for the 1500. Flip it over for the fresh side for down here. Trying not to get my big head in the camera. Sometimes forget where you are and block the view. And when I'm watching it back and editing, all I can think of is Mike Myers and his he'd move. Hilarious. Okay. Okay, let's give that a clean. And a fresh piece. To make sure it's properly clean. Okay, then I will set up my very professional spray booth and get started. Okay, I'm going to spray the primer first. I'm just going to use my high-tech shield. It's going to be difficult. Okay, the next one. $1,500. Okay. Excellent. Now I'll shake up the chrome spray and bring you back in a couple of minutes. Okay, I've actually stood it up. It's easier to spray that way. And I'll try not to get my head in the way. There, I think I have even coverage. Doesn't look too bad considering it came from a spray can. Okay, I'll bring you back when it's dry. Okay, so I'm going off tripod for this. This is dry, and this is one coat. So as you can see, this is the primer on just the bare steel, no sanding. And this is the chrome spray on top of the primer, sanded with 800 grit. And this is it on primer, sanded with 1500. Now we go to here. This is just the bare steel, no primer. And the chrome spray on top. This was sanded with 800, just the bare steel. This was sanded with 1500, just the bare steel. You'll have to excuse the rubbish in the paint. I'm not in a paint booth, so. And that's just one coat. I don't actually think that's too bad. I mean, you're never going to get proper chrome from a spray can, but it's good enough. What I will do is give it a second coat, see what happens. So I'll put you back in the tripod for that. Okay, second coat. And again, I'll bring you back when it's dry. Okay, that is now dry. I will show you. That is the bare steel with the primer and the chrome spray. That is sanded with 800 on primer, sanded with 1500 on primer. This is just the bare steel that was cleaned and had the chrome spray applied. And I can say that that finish is much, much better. That is closer to being a mirror than this. That is the bare steel sanded with 800 grit. It's a clearer reflection than that. And this one is the 1500. While good, and it is smooth, strangely it doesn't seem as reflective as this. But still perfectly acceptable for a headlight. In fact, all three of these are. These ones, not so much. While they're good, they're not good enough. Okay, so there we have it. As you can see, come out pretty good. And there you are. So from a can, I would say that's not too bad. But as I said, preparation is key. You can't spray it onto rough surfaces and expect it to look like polished metal. That's just not going to happen. But for refurbing headlights or anything relatively smooth that you want to be shiny, have at it. Well, thank you. Because I know some of you would be disappointed if I didn't do this. Very satisfying. Hopefully I'm not in the way. There we go.